Bermuda grass thrives in the heat of the summer and really takes off during the months of May and June. I mow regularly about every third or fourth day to achieve the nice thick look of the lawn. Welcome to Lawn Tips with Lou. I started mowing my lawn at about 3/4 of an inch during the first part of May. Prior to that, I'd been mowing at a height of 5/8 of an inch since scalping the lawn in March.
May is when the lawn really starts to kick in and grow strong and thick. Usually I would have applied a fertilizer application during mid-April. This year, I really didn't follow my own advice, and I didn't put down my April fertilizer application until the very last weekend in April. It was like the 29th or 30th of April. But the grass grew in really nicely during April, even without that fertilizer application that I would normally have put down.
Throughout the spring, and now that we're into early summer, I continue to mow regularly every third or fourth day. I also water the lawn 3 times a week. And when I water the lawn, I have my sprinkler system set to run through 2 cycles. Rather than one long cycle at each station, I run 2 consecutive shorter cycles. This allows the water to absorb into the soil at each station with less runoff.
I like to fertilize my lawn about every 4 to 5 weeks.
Regularly fertilizing the lawn helps it to grow thick and green. The thick, dense lawn also helps to reduce the germination of weeds over the summer. I use a fertilizer that I obtained from a local nursery that has a 21:7:14 ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. There are a lot of good fertilizers that you can choose from. Just make sure that when you buy fertilizer, you read the label to make sure that the fertilizer product is right for the type of grass you have in your lawn. I edge along the driveway and sidewalks regularly as needed. With the frequency that I mow, I don't edge after every mowing. I also use the edger to edge along the bedding around my trees and the crepe myrtles to keep a nice sharp edge around the bedding. May and June also brings growth in the shrubbery. Trimming the shrubs regularly keeps them looking good, and similar to the Bermuda grass, the frequent trimming helps the shrubs to grow thicker.
Just off the patio in my backyard, I had quite a number of dog pea burns from over the winter. And if you look at some of the April clips, you'll see that you can still see quite a number of those burn spots. Most of those burns have filled in. The Bermuda heals very quickly on its own, and well watered and just your normal fertilizer applications, those burn spots will fill in. Now I've got one spot that's still yet to fill in.
Bermuda grass will heal on its own. It spreads with stolons and rhizomes, so it spreads both above and below the surface of the ground. Over the course of a few weeks, the remaining scars from the pea burns will heal over. You'll notice the improvement over these photos. I go through this with this one location every year because over the winter, when I let the dogs out, they habitually pee in the same spot. It does heal over. Watering the area regularly helps, and I've also found that occasionally spraying the area with Miracle-Gro plant food helps the grass to recover. I like looking out over the lawn in the early morning when it's covered with dew. I think it looks really nice. And June is when the crepe myrtles really open up and reach their peak for the year. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your summer, and I'll see you next time.